Welcome. My name is Massey Armistead. I'm a self-love coach, tarot reader, and poet, and I'm so excited that you are tuning in for the first episode of Self-Love with Mass. So to start off today, before we do any work together or I share any kind of exercise with you, I wanted to talk about what self-love means to me. That is a hot topic word right now. I feel like it's everywhere. Self-care, self-love, but it can feel a little abstract. I get stuck sometimes even after all the work I've done with the how. And so I just wanted to share some words about self-love and what it can mean. Okay, so the first person I'm going to read who has a quote on self-love or thoughts on self-love is from the one and only Brené Brown. And she says, "How to overcome shame. Talk to yourself the way you speak to someone you love. Reach out to someone you trust. Tell your story. Shame cannot survive being spoken." This is especially important when you're feeling unworthy. How many of us have experienced a self-loathing spiral and only fueled the fire with unhelpful remarks about ourselves? If you're willing to be kind and loving to your friends when they are feeling vulnerable, why on earth are you not doing yourself the same favor? The next quote comes from Tara Brach, and she says, "One of the most life-changing realizations you can have is I don't have to believe my thoughts. They are just thoughts. Any story you have about yourself is not the same as the unfolding reality of what you are. The ongoing life of your senses, the tenderness of your heart, the consciousness that right now is seeing or hearing these words. Yet because our beliefs are continuously filtering and interpreting reality, we mistake our stories about ourselves and the world for reality itself." The next quote on self-love is from Vanessa Kucha, who wrote the book Crystal Healing and Sacred Pleasure, and she says, "Self-love is doing what's best for you even when you think you're undeserving. You are what real self-love is. It looks like you. It's understanding that moments of insecurity are just moments. It's about becoming self-aware enough that you begin to take note of the fact that your moods do not define you and that everything will pass. It's allowing yourself to feel compassion for yourself." I hope you enjoyed hearing those quotes about self-love. Those really spoke to me and are from people that I admire and read their work. So I encourage you to dive into your own teachers and mentors and people you look up to, words on self-love. If there's a poet you love, just dive into it and see what they have to say and see how that feels for you, or maybe just write your own interpretation of what self-love is to you, which I did the same thing and I want to share it with you today. And this is unedited, unfiltered, so I'm being a little vulnerable here, but I just wanted to share my heart with you and so y'all can get to know me a little better and understand how I view self-love. So here we go. Self-love is sovereignty. Self-love is trust. It's picking yourself up and tending to your scraped knee, even though you are the one who spilled the water you slipped on. It's not blaming yourself or replaying the incident over and over again. It's knowing that you'll make mistakes, but if you can forgive yourself for them and love yourself through them, then you can find the compassion to do the same for others. By showing them that love, then maybe they too will learn to love themselves, and the cycle will continue until someday things will be opposite than they are now. And instead of it being the norm to dislike yourself, self-deprecate, and self-hate, it will be seen as an outlier. So when someone does feel or experience those feelings, they will be so surrounded by compassion and love all around them that they won't be able to stay in that place very long, even if they wanted to. I know what you are thinking. This is not possible. And what about pain? Self-love is not devoid of pain. Self-love helps us hold pain in our body without judgment or fear, so we can feel through our changing tides of emotions. Self-love says, I'm hurting, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. In a world full of self-love and acceptance, our eyes will look brighter, our energies will rise. We'll greet each day with excitement and curiosity to know what we will face and how we will handle it. In a world full of self-love, there will be no more hiding of ourselves, our ideas, our creations. Gossip will be replaced with sharing of what our loved ones have written or painted or sculpted or cooked or grew in their garden. In a world of self-love, there will be so much dancing. No one will wonder who is looking or if it's the right place or the right time to sing along to your favorite song. In a world of self-love, we will become more intimate with our body and the world around us. There will be more tree hugging, Hershey kissing, friend hand holding than ever before. There will also be painful goodbyes and hard conversations because we will no longer accept any kind of treatment than how we treat ourselves. And I could go on and on even more, but that was just a little something I was daydreaming and pondering on last night, what the world would look like if we all truly embodied self-love. And we're all capable of it. We are all born with love. And I fully believe that it's our divine right to love ourselves, and some things just get in the way of that. And I hope that these practices coming up will help you and guide you to feel empowered and like you can be yourself in this world, because we all deserve to feel that way. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me, and I cannot wait to hear from you. Please comment if you have any insight on what self-love means to you. I would love to hear, and I'll be in touch soon.